Hello, my wonderful friends. Hey, Mary and Chris and Jeanette and Tracy. There's our wonderful tank. I'm not going to be here long. Hey, Miss Jeanette. Um, how's everybody? I'm tired, exhausted. Actually. Um, I do have a repeat hat to finish. Miss Jeanette, though, I do have upwards of 200 plus hats to send to you. Um, no, I did not crochet all of them, but a few that could be knit like ish. I don't know. I found them on Facebook Marketplace, so I picked them up and I figured, that would just help our totals. Hey, Kimchi, good to see you, sweetheart. Uh, Honestly, I have a pounding headache. Lots of drainage. I think I'm getting sick. We're not sure, but I did want to crochet a hat. I have my yarn. I have my hook. I have my pattern. My head hurts, and I'm not really used to being up here by myself, so I feel a little bit of pressure. Um, Connie, can you come up? I don't know, Annie, somebody. Like, I haven't stopped moving my chair. I'm not good by myself. I don't know. Hey, TDR, good to see you, sweetheart. Miss Annie, Miss Mary. Packages went out yesterday for, let's see, told you I'm not good at being all alone. My brain just went, let's see, packages went to Sherry Knowles. Annie. Miss Annie's gonna get a package. Please come. Thank you, Miss Connie. Chris K, your package is on the way. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you. Okay.
How about now?
Hi, friends. There we are.
What? I know. My husband's being a snot. Hey.
Yeah, I do that. I am not really good at being alone. 100%. I'm just so used to guys being on panel. Like, I'm used to being able to talk to my friends. And when my friends aren't here, I'm like, the
Well, I'm working on the land shark.
what is that? Hold on. What is that, Sonny?
That's a front leg.
Hold
That's a
on,
back
hold on, hold
leg.
on, hold on,
Let me
hold on.
show you.
Let me fix you.
This is his head. And here's his other back leg. And then I'm going to put teeth and a tongue hanging out. And he's going to have front legs and then a tail. But he's a
Oh,
land.
have
And I'll
fun,
put
honey.
eyes. I'll put eyes right there.
Do lily eyes or just regular crochet eyeballs?
They're felt.
Oh,
Yeah, so his eyes in those indents, his eyes will be right there. But he'll have a and he'll have a collar with a tag on it. So yeah,
Oh,
let me show you what he's supposed to look like.
hey,
This is a
Trace,
black
good to
and
see you,
white.
sweetheart.
This is a black and white picture, but that's what
Just
he's gonna look
the
like.
land shark.
Yep,
Okay.
it's from some movie. I don't know. I was asked to make it, so I'm just making it for my
Thank you, TDL.
grandson's fiance.
Don't y'all forget those thumbs up.
Right.
You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Really, you will not believe what the first words out of her mouth this morning was.
How many times did we win?
Yep, that's exactly what she asked me.
I figured.
Lorelai
What
was
did I miss out on?
like,
Last night on bingo, Lorelai was she had her camera off, but Lorelai was there, and she took grandma's or nana's or whatever she calls you
Grams.
her win as her
Yep,
win.
she said it was hers, and I was like, "Does that mean I have
Mm-hmm.
to share the
What
prize?"
I
She
can
said,
do.
yes.
Yeah,
And she chained 27.
awesome.
She made 27 chains. I'm teaching her to crochet.
I'm teaching a 10-year-old how to crochet.
Hi.
It's an experience. I'm going to admit it. It's been a long time since I taught somebody to crochet, and every person I've taught has been an adult. This is my first foray into teaching a child.
Yeah, I've taught several, but this she's doing really, really well. She's got like almost a foot long, uh, 20 inches wide, and it's almost a foot long now. And I had her do slip stitches, single crochets, half doubles, and doubles.
Well, until she gets comfortable with the yarn and the hook, I'm going to keep her on chains. But
Right,
I'm going to tell her to keep the chain, and then we can work into it because I want her to see how she improves as she goes along.
right. Well, this little girl has had a little bit of practice doing singles, so
Hmm.
singles are good. But she's coming over this Saturday, and we're going to start working on how to keep her edging straight.
And I want you to know that she's terribly upset that you're going to leave town to go see your grandchildren because you're going to forget about her while you're gone. And when you come back, you won't remember.
I
She will remember you, I promise.
Yeah, yeah.
That's beautiful.
I will not forget her.
She has become very fond of Connie.
Yep.
I love it. Miss
Her
Annie,
and Anthony both.
Yes.
Miss Annie, you have some items coming your way in your package that weren't technically meant for you or your beautiful little friend that you get to visit a little bit, not so often. Um, they were they were originally for JoJo and Michaela,
Mm-hmm.
but I know you guys will do wonderful things with them, so I sent them to you guys.
Well, me and Laura, we craft too because she loves to craft. But she's determined. What was it she told us last night? She's going to be a singer, and she's going to be. She wants a crochet YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I said, first you got to learn how to crochet.
Yep.
Even if she doesn't, it's wonderful. But I couldn't send them to anybody else but you guys. So you'll see what they are. You'll remember the conversation we had when you see those items. But also, Miss Annie, your box wasn't quite full when I sent it to you, so then I've added things. So there's no additional charge to those. It was just I had to fill the box. So
Okay. Thank you. It will all be appreciated and used.
I know. Just
I got my 2 new coloring books today.
Awesome.
what coloring book?
I got the Joanna's Christmas by Joanna Basford, and the other one is called Country Farm Scenes. And I bought those because I was mad at Bill and I was going to spend money. And I have enough yarn, so I'm like, I'll buy coloring books. I bought 2 of the Christmas books. It's like my son.
Oh, by the way, hello everybody in the chat.
Hi, everybody.
I don't
And
know if I said
I
that.
also ordered his mom a bunch of stuff and haven't been to her house. Yeah, don't mess with her. I only spent $200. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, and he's now. I promise.
And I'm going to be honest, my son needed to go to the grocery store today, so Sister Day kind of got wee-walled. So we ended up taking him to the grocery store. My sister went with us. Lovely shopping experience. I love shopping with Lorelai. Most people hate shopping with kids. That kid is so much fun to shop with.
So is
And
Hudson.
all through the store, she was like, Daddy, may I have a toy this time? He said, let's get all the groceries. He said, and then whatever I've got left over, he said, if I have money, then you can go get a toy. And she's like, okay, I can work with that. And so we did all the shopping and we checked out. He said, you may go back and get a toy. Well, she looked at me and she says, I love you, Grams. I'm taking Aunt Nene because she can walk faster. So off to the toy department they went. And me and Andrew were sitting there looking at each other. He said, we shouldn't have sent them back to the toys without an adult. And I was like, no, we shouldn't. So I told him, I said, you watch the buggies and I'll go back there. I walked back there and Lorelai's looking and she's like, well, I have to be fiscally responsible and it has to be affordable. She said, I'd really like that, but I don't think $98.99 is very affordable right now. So she kept looking. She goes, She said, how about $29.99? No, that's still too much. And she looked at me and she said, Grams, do you think $10.50 is good? And I said, I think that would be fine. So she got a Barbie toy for $10.57.
Shut up. I love her. I love her.
Following, not deliberately following, we was following this family. And there was a kid younger than her, a kid her age, and a kid older. Oh my God. I would have took my kids out of that store even if they were starving and said, hey, you know what? You can't behave. I can't buy groceries. I would not have left them in the store. And Lorelai she leaned against me and she pulled me down. She said, Grams. I said, but she goes, I would never act like that in public. And I said, well, thank goodness for that. Oh, those kids was horrible. We was happy to get out of what you could hear them. They were over by like where the milk is, and we were on the entire other side of the store, and you could hear these kids screaming.
Okay, I'll tell you something. My sister and her husband let their kids be horrible in the store. Okay, so this is what happened. When I moved in with them, I was pregnant with my oldest daughter. And as I progressed, going to the store was embarrassing, horrible, whatnot. Just because they allowed especially their youngest son, throw these huge fits so that he would get what he wanted. Well, and they couldn't stop him, or they didn't know how, because they had let him get away with it. So when I was 8 months pregnant, I was tired of it. I was tired of it. And I said, Vicky, can I please handle it when we go to the store today? And she goes, handle what? I said, your son. And she goes, you're not going to hit him, are you? I said, no, I'm going to hit him. But just no matter what I do, just go along with it. She goes, okay. So he starts throwing his little fit. He throws himself on the ground. He's screaming and yelling. And all of a sudden, I start screaming and yelling. I got on the floor with him and I started kicking and screaming. And he stopped and looked at me and got up and walked away and never did it again.
Yep, that's what I did to Andrew.
It's like, nope, we're not doing this again.
That was the second time. The first time Andrew pulled it is because Bill's sister told him, if you want something and mommy says no, just lay down on the floor and start screaming and she'll get it. And he laid down on the floor and he commenced to screaming, and I stood there looking at him for a minute and I just walked off. Just walked off.
Well, my sister was more she was embarrassed for me. I was not embarrassed at all.
Yeah, you can't be.
And Kenny just got up and said, I ain't doing
And
that.
they need to know they was doing a disservice to that child.
Well, I told her, I said, you don't, but she never did. Her kids were never.
Well, she ended up with nori. She needed 3 packs of nori to snack on when she's here. She loves the stuff. 5 outfits, 20 pairs of socks, 10 pairs of panties. And she goes, why did you get me socks? I have socks at your house. And I said, because Daddy lost all your socks and you don't have no socks at all. And Andrew's like, Mom, he said, where do socks go? I said, when you answer that question, people around the world is going to want to know. I'm just like, socks disappear. It's just
That's why you put socks.
Back to life.
That's why you put socks in a garment bag to wash them.
Yes, we bought one of those as well. But the thing is we do his laundry, and he never sends socks to get washed. I have never seen socks in her laundry.
In his laundry or her laundry?
They don't have a washer and dryer, so every 2 weeks he sends one of the he'll send their clothes, and then we have a week off, and then the week after that he'll send his bed clothes or theirs. And
Okay,
I was just like,
so they're not wearing socks?
no, Andrew's like me, he doesn't wear socks. I think what's happening is getting sent back to her mommy's house.
Probably.
And mommy's not sending them home.
Yep.
Oh, and her sweatsuit fit perfectly.
Awesome.
And we found this out how? Ask me how I found this out.
Because she wanted to go swimming in your tub.
No.
Oh, what?
Because we
Or
went to the beach this morning and Daddy didn't send her any clean clothes.
Oh.
And I was like, hand forward. He stuck his hand and said, what are you smacking me for now, Mom? I said, you didn't send her any clean clothes. He goes, how dirty could she get? I was like, yard, dirt, dog. What do you expect? I'm not going to.
Not only that, you're a person.
Well, no, it was mostly marker because we were coloring and she got marker all over her shirt.
Yep.
But I told her, I said, before we ever left, I told her, I said, we're going to get you some winter clothes from my house to make winter clothes here. And she's like, I don't want a dress. And I said, you're not getting a dress because winter's coming on.
Oh, that's right. That was what she was saying.
Yeah, that's what we talked about last night. And Wednesday, I have to take the roast and the hamburger I intended to take to Andrew and her painting because she forgot it. And the picture that she made her painting full. So I dropped the stuff off on Wednesday. And I'm talking to him, number one, about going to get her eyes checked again. And pulling chains.
My grandson, he gets his eyes checked every year. His brother hasn't because his brother normally lives with his mother, but now he lives with
he said
them.
Mommy took her eyes checked. I took it to the dentist. So I went to the dentist.
Right. Well, Hudson and Eagan both had an eye doctor appointment a couple of weeks ago, and now they're both wearing glasses.
Remember what I was talking about? Like when she's coloring, she was practicing her writing, and then I just gave her every time I asked her to read something on the screen last night, she had to get up on my desk and put her feet very close to the monitor.
Right.
And I'm like, no, this does not look good. So I'm not telling we need to do the eyes checked again, just to be sure. I asked her, I said, see it, and she said, kinda. I was like, no, it's a yes or a no. So we
Right.
did it again, and we were in the car, and she was regaling Renee of about bingo last night. How much fun it is to talk to everybody.
Oh, I won't be around for bingo tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Actually, well, it's tomorrow. Monday.
Yeah, I've got to do some things tomorrow.
I'm not sure I'll be here tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to the bank tomorrow or if we're going to go up to.
Okay, second back leg is done.
And I was right. I do have to drive tonight, so I'll only be here for 15 minutes of your premiere.
Yeah.
If he was tickled, we've seen 6 deer today, an opossum, a groundhog, and as she was getting out of the car to go up to go home, she thought, she goes, "Wait, Daddy, tell Grams about the possum." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "We were sitting here getting ready to. Morgan was dropping her off, and she went to go up the steps, and she broke. She backed up into Andrew, and he goes, 'What's wrong?' She said, 'Daddy, there's the biggest mouse you ever seen on the stairs.'" Andrew said he was around it. It was awesome.
Hi, Lydia. There's my back legs.
Thank you, Chris. What is tomorrow? What's the holiday? What is tomorrow's holiday?
Columbus Day.
Oh, crap. I guess I'm going to the bank on Tuesday. Hey, that means I get to rest tomorrow. I'm good with that. We dropped them off, and we were going to go to Michael's in the Dollar Tree in West Virginia, Hobbies and Crafts, and they were in that store for 2 hours. I don't like shopping. I hate it. Concrete floors hurt my hips. And we got in the car, and we dropped them off, and Sis looked at me. She goes, "Are you really set on going to Michael's and Crafts?" And I looked at her. I was like, "I'm good with just going to get lunch." She goes, "Yeah, let's do that."
Yeah. Hi, Rebecca.
We just went and got Chinese and came home. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Renee. Hello, anybody I missed. Renee, that is my sister's name. Well, it's Robin Renee, but I've always called her Renee. Professionally, she was known as Robin.
So I have the 2 front legs to do, and then I have and then hook them on, and then I've got the tail to make, and then I have spike, and then put all its features. Oh, and then I have to make the tongue and the collar and the tag.
Oh, that's pretty, Renee. Also, she spells her name the same way you do.
Cool.
Most people around here spell it Rena or Renea. She is the only one around here who has it. It's Renee. You're going, Jeanette, where? Probably because my name is Anne Marie, and that's the French, I believe, the French way of saying Marianne. My father named me after one of his ex-girlfriends while my mom was knocked out, which is why my mom called me Marty for the first 7 years of my life. Oh, well, that's great, Jeanette. We have been, I mean, that was the first, she needed a break. She needed a break for Johnny. She really did. And I love her, but I told her, I said, you cannot be an effective caregiver if you don't take care of yourself. Sometimes that's going to mean doing something you want to do. So he invited a couple of his friends to, and they sat with him. Well, she got out. No, Chris, I'm just going to tell you, I'm good with that. I don't have to go tomorrow. It's not a big deal. I can get an extra day of rest. I'm good. Night, Mimi.
Good
Thanks
night,
for
Mimi.
My sister's going to be so excited over that yarn. She was
Yep.
complaining that you couldn't find fall colors. I said, don't worry about it. We'll find some. You can find red and you can find like pumpkin orange, but you can't find the like harvest gold, the goldy yellows that you see in the fall,
Right.
and the muted reds or orangey reds. Brown you can find anywhere. She looked at the movies at the Cosens one, and she was like, "Man," she said, "they have more than we thought, but they don't have many color options. They do have way more yarn." Oh, that's a good idea, Jeanette. Hey, China.
Hi, China.
I'm not my usual bubbly self. Sorry, y'all. I'm tired. She even talked in her sleep, Connie.
Zaylee talks in her sleep. She sings in her sleep. She yells in her sleep. She has arguments in her sleep. She very active when she's asleep. Has been. By the time she was about 6 or 8 weeks old, she would make noises in her sleep and never stopped.
Lorelai is like sleeping with an octopus. She is all over that bed. I got a king size bed. She's 5 years old. She don't. You just. It should be like an entire separate bed. No, no. She lays diagonal, crossways, at the foot, on top of me, rolls off of me, kicks me. Not like inner sleep. She's not doing no. I was just like, I'm too old to sleep with a kid. But I gave her her bed because her daddy needed one at the apartment. We don't have a bed here for her, so I'm gonna have to get another bed.
Yeah.
Because I would had it where I could roll it out in my craft room,
Mm-hmm.
and that way she kind of have her own space.
See, I have air mattresses when I have more than one child here. Now, this summer,
Fights, I know that
we had
child.
Hudson slept on an air mattress. So,
She chews on everything. She's like a puppy. But she was because she went in the craft room. She goes, Grams. She said, that's yarn. And I said, yeah. And she said, that's yarn. And I said, yeah. And she said, over there's yarn. I said, yeah. And she said, that's there's yarn. I said, yeah. She goes, what's the cabinet with the padlock on it? I said, that's where my paints are because they're toxic and I don't want them in your mouth. And if you use them, it has to be with my supervision. So we keep it locked up. That way you don't get tempted.
right. Well, on that thing with Renee just said, her grandson came to her at 2 years old and he was there till he's 7. Ron, for the last 11 years he worked as a cop. He worked graveyards. So he was only home a couple of days a week, sleeping at night. And my youngest daughter would sleep with me. And when I finally told her to stop sleeping with me at about 5 or 6, she would wait, because I'm a sound sleeper, she would wait until I would go to sleep. And then she would sneak into my room and into the bed. And at 12 years old, I tell her all the time, stay out of my bed, stay out of my bed. Her siblings started teasing her and saying, because she was still sleeping with mom, she goes, well, I'm going to sleep with her till I'm 16. Well, I walked in when heard her say that. I said, you're never sleeping with me again. It's over. She never did again.
Anthony started sleeping with us when we moved here. And he was about 6. And he was 13 And for the last 2 years, me and Bill slept on an air mattress in the back room because I was like, no, as long as we're in that bed with him, he's never going to get out of it. So when he got tired of sleeping alone, suddenly he wanted to sleep in his room. And then we got our bed back because it's fighting. Just you can't. That's
Yeah.
the way to do it. Hey, Dreamy.
Hi, Demetra. Hi, Dreamy.
Hey, to see you guys. Miss Connie, you go live in what, 40-ish?
Yeah, that's when my premiere starts at 8 o'clock.
Okay. So everybody go take a potty break, rehydrate, and I will see everybody over at Miss Connie's. What, 20-ish, 30, give or take?
About 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Let me
All
put
right.
the link up.
Oh, that's awesome. So, love and hugs. Hope to see you guys over there.
Bye, everybody.
I'll be there.
Good night. There's my link.
Ah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Miss Connie.
You're welcome.
Love you guys.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye. Oh, it's my premiere in 45 minutes, TDR.
Thanks, Miss Connie.
You're welcome.
Huggies. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.